Yo, yeah, I've been pretty busy these couple days because I am officially married. Got married yesterday, and it's a crazy life. Like, here's the marriage paper. I don't want to show too much details on it, but yeah, I also got the ring too, and it is the story how I met my current wife. It's just crazy to me, and I thought like I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life. I was around 28 years old and just couldn't really get a date until I met my wife. And we only met two times, believe it or not, two times. And we decided to move in together, right? So let me answer a couple questions here. So in this video, I like to talk about why I made this video, to maybe to give some hope and inspiration. Second thing is I'm gonna answer how I met my wife. Right, she live in Missouri, I live in Arkansas. We are about 300 miles apart, and how we made it work out together. And third, I'm gonna talk about why I said right time for us to get married. Right, it only been a year, and and why we find like why we decided that we are right for each other. Right, so first part is the most interesting. How we met. Right, it sounds like there's no hope for us, right? She went on many dates. She live in Missouri, still live in Missouri. Many dates, can really find someone. I am the same thing. Well, many dates, and I was living in Arkansas at that time, and I could not find someone. I tried Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. American girls just not that interested in me. But my current wife, my wife, right? She is American, right? And we both decided to go on Facebook dating, which is very unique and very, it's not a lot of people heard about it, right? And we both decided to make a profile, and I saw her profile, and she was the bio just give off like she's a family person, right? Because you gotta admit, in the current day and age, like a lot of people just hop around different um like people, like go from one day to another. But her profile stand out a bit. Okay, in her profile she said she buy a house, she owns a dog, and she is a science teacher, and she just wanna find someone to settle down. And immediately I knew she could be the one. And but the problem is she lived 300 miles away. I live in Arkansas, she live in Missouri. And for me to like have a better chance, I decided to send her a message saying, hey, I know that we live so far apart, but I am remote. I work remote. I can move anywhere. If things work out, I am willing to move to Missouri. Right? And after that, he saw my message and decided to swipe right on my profile. And that's when we matched. And we started talking. Just saying, hey, I know I said this, but I would love to visit you and stuff and to get to know her a bit. And we decided to do a video chat just to make sure that she is real and I am real. And we both had a really good vibe on the first video chat. And then we talked for like a month on the video chat and was like, hey, I think this is going well. We are not awkward. We are good for each other. And I told her I think about her a lot. And we decided both to drive 3 hours one way to meet each other. So round trip is 6 hours in one day on a Saturday. It was a lot. Both of us were tired after the end of the day, but I knew I want to see her again because she feels special, right? She made me feel comfortable. She made me feel I was in love for the first time. And I told her like, hey, I remember the first day, like she asked me, um, what are you looking for in a date? And I told her, well, I really want a family, right? Because every time I see a happy family with a kid, it made me feel sad because I couldn't get a family. And I point out like there was a happy couple with a kid. I always wanted that. And she kind of just, we were holding hands, I remember, and she hold my hand tighter and said, I am the same. It's that genuine connection, that quality connection at that moment. Like we both feel like we are right for each other, right? And after that, first day went really really well, and we drove home around 5 o'clock, and 3 hours drive, and I got home around 8. It was a bit tiring, but we made it work, and we decided to meet again, second time, in a cave. It was an interesting day. We both drove about 2 hours, like midway, and had a really fun date. And at that time, second date, I kind of proposed that maybe I can move to Missouri, but she owned a house, right? She already bought a house at 22 years old. She was independent. She is young, and she know how to make things work, right? She reached out to people and buy a house and rent it out. So she had a 2-story house. She rent the upper story to other people, and the lower she live in lower story house. And I proposed that, hey, maybe you can rent one of the rooms to me, and it can make things better, because driving 3 hours in a Saturday won't really work. You'll be short-lived. I decided, hey, it's gonna be like a 2-week free trial, kind of like you get Netflix, you get a 2-week free trial. I told her it's gonna be 2 weeks. If things don't work out, I'll just leave, and I won't do anything bad. And I give her all my legal name. She probably did a background check on me, and she think like I'm an honest guy. So I, decide to live with her. Drive 3 hours, pack all my stuff. My mom was freaking out when she heard that I was moving to Missouri for 2 weeks, with just meeting a person for 2 times. She had me. I remember, I downloaded a Snapchat. It had the location feature where she can see where I'm at, and she turned on the notification at all times and look at my notification, and she said, if you want to move, if you feel like it is the right choice, be sure to call me every single night when you move, when you get there, because I do not want you to get kidnapped. Every parent have this kind of anxiety, like meet someone online, and she just feel like I'm definitely getting scammed. But when I get there, everything was true that she told me. She actually owned a house. She actually have 2 rooms available for rent, and I just hop on one of the rooms, and the first 2 weeks was great. We were compatible. We learned to cook together. We learned about each other's culture. You keep in mind, she is American. I am Chinese, and the reason like she was interested in Chinese Asian guys was because she started watching like Korean dramas, and she wanna give like Asian people Asian guys a try. And it was my perfect chance, because like K-drama really like had a lot of influence in American culture, I must say. But I was happy, and she was happy, and after 2 weeks, she decided to let me stay at her old house, right? And we both were really really happy together, and I think we complimented each other well. We would walk the dog. I would clean the house because I work remote at home, and she would go to work. She at that time she was a teacher, but she wanted to apply for a new job to work for the state of Missouri, and later on she found a job, and we had to move again because she found a job that's an hour away from her home. And it was a major decision, because either I stay here in the old house or go home back to Arkansas. And of course, I did not want to go back to Arkansas. There's nothing there. And so DC decided to sell her house, and I had a couple of savings, and we put the money from the first house that she bought, sold it, and buy a new house together with both of our names on it. And I feel like, if I don't propose now, I don't know when I'm gonna propose. So I proposed to her after we buy a house. And today, yesterday we officially got our marriage license. Yesterday, and when I got it, I feel like I was like living the American dreams. I came to America, can't even speak English, with only a penny to my pocket, like maybe $1, not a penny, $1, because my mom don't speak English. and only she can only do like, she was a waitress, and my dad was a kind of like a chef in a restaurant. They worked their butts off, and I got a really good job, and finally now I got a beautiful wife. It's a good feeling. Like, I never thought this could happen to me. Why I say that? Because for 28 years, like, I have so many failed dates, one date after another, getting 30 or 40 dates rejections. Like, I thought it would work out, and it never did. At the end, I thought it would do great, but it always something else that she didn't like, and I was seriously losing hope. It was the lowest point of my life, like dead serious, but I was still putting in effort. I was not giving up. And today, I officially 4th day married. Like, right here. It's amazing. It's a good feeling. And for those of you who are out there that are still single, it is hard. It is extremely hard, painful. You keep getting rejected. You can't find the one. But I didn't give up. It was man, I can feel it in my bone. Like, just keep getting rejected. She is the same. Like, she was getting rejected, and we finally match the one. Just one match, one connection, and that's all it takes to find the happiness. All right. But yeah, thanks for listening to my story, and I just want to make a video because I'm just really happy that I'm finally married, right? And yeah, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. But I'm gonna continue making videos. Thanks for listening. My name is Calvin, and I see you guys next one.